My name is Michael B. Jordan.
I mean, I want to be the best. I'm a competitor. You know, I like to compete.
About a year and a half of like literally, you know, brown rice, grilled chicken, broccoli, a gallon and a half of water a day, and working out 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week. You know, of course, do I want, like, you know, success and nice things and all that good stuff, of course, you know? But at the same time, you know, that's not the motivation. My dad used to tell me all the time, like, you gotta be serious about something. When I reflect and think about how far I've come, I told myself at a young age that I was gonna, like, sacrifice.
I think I always want to constantly evolve. You know, I always want to constantly grow. I never want to get to a point where I feel like I got it figured out. You know, like I always want to like kind of like push myself to be better. You know, and do greater things, no matter what it is. I mean, I want to be the best. I'm a competitor. You know, I like to compete. You know, like growing up with with the name Michael Jordan. You know, I've always had a certain pressure on myself, and always having to kind of like, you know, prove people wrong and I just kind of like put an instant chip on my shoulder of wanting to just to be great, you know, and do great things, and also help people, man. I'm really big in the next generation. I feel like that's the only way it's going to get better moving forward is if, you know, you got to lead this world in a better place than it was when you came in. You know, I'm born in '87, dash, question mark. I don't know when I'm going, you know what I'm saying? But I want to work on my dash, you know what I'm saying? I want to work on that time that I'm here. And it's, if I can make it easier for the next round of filmmakers and the next round of actors coming up, you know, I'm content with going out on that. As an actor, it's such a solo mission, you know, it doesn't really happen that often, you know, somebody that's kind of been through it before that'll reach back and, you know, give you some sound advice. And I've been pretty lucky to have some good people, you know, Oprah Winfrey, you know, just like, you know, Oprah, okay? Yeah, I know, right? Oprah, just crazy. You know, able to, you know, see her out and have a cool conversation, and it's not, you know, she's always, you know, don't change, just don't change, stay the way you are, you know, and it's kind of encouraging.
I'm interested in the audition process is so tricky, and it's, you know, rejection is hard at any age, but as a kid, how did you, you know, tolerate it?
I think it was a few times that I thought I booked it, like, for sure, and you didn't, and, like, just being heartbroken, and, you know, having my mom and my dad kind of pick up the pieces, and I think that was the few times that they actually, you know, started to question themselves, are we doing the right thing by letting them do it and do this and try to act and take on this profession that, you know, is such a gamble and it's a lottery, you know, such a lottery. And you just train yourself to like manage your expectations for the most part when it comes to auditions. I know a system that I started doing was like after the audition, after I left out, I would just throw my sides away. You know, if they really want me, I'll just print them out again. You know, I'll go out and I'll go through the hassle, go to Kinko's, and 'cause I didn't have a printer at the time, and print them out again. And that was just my way of training myself to just forget about it when you leave. You know, it's out of your hands. You've done all you can do. Worrying about it, it's not gonna, excuse me, help you get the job. So, I mean, it's tough, you know, when it has nothing to do with you. You know, you could have the most talent in the world, feel as though you're perfect for it, and still not get it because, you know, maybe the other lead is a little too tall, and you guys don't compliment each other well on screen. It has nothing to do with you whatsoever. And just kind of wrapping your head around the process and knowing that it's completely out of your hands, it's just easier for you to kind of let go and move on to the next thing.
Relatively soon after the Fantastic Four experience, obviously Apples and Oranges, a much different experience, and I assume again Ryan Coogler's the reason to do it. But was there significant kind of trepidation given that you'd been in this kind of universe so recently?
Zero hesitation. It wasn't even, I didn't even really think about it. As soon as he gave me the call, I was like, all right, cool, let's go. Let's get into it. One, because I love the space, I love Marvel, you know, I love the characters and kind of like that world, so to give, you know, another chance at it, for sure, because I had big hopes and dreams, you know what I'm saying? I had aspirations, you know what I'm saying? The first time around, so especially with this one, to be a part of this project, to work with Chad, you know, something I've always wanted to do. You know, actors a lot of times like, yeah, we'll work together one day, yeah, let's do it one day, and it never happens, so to get a chance to do it on this scale, you know what I'm saying, you get two, you know what I'm saying, black, strong, male leads, you know what I'm saying, going back, like, you know, back and forth, toe to toe. That was really appealing, and then, you know, to play you know, an antagonist, you know, a character that I never played before, it was something different, and then of course working with Ryan. So
It's a fearful business, you know. It's a lot of uncertainty. You never know what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen next, and you know what the future holds for you. But you got to kind of, you know, be ambitious and you know have faith in yourself, and that you know if you do the hard work, that's the thing. You know, like really getting through to these guys that. You know, if you do the hard work, you put the time in, that's going to separate you from everybody else that's moving to LA to do the exact same thing that you're trying to do. You know, that's what separates the boys from men.
Although you probably don't have to audition much anymore now.
I'm auditioning a little less, but I don't mind going to like hunt for my food. I think it's fun. That competition, you know, it's always the usual suspects. You see the same people all the time. It's
Right.
all the same auditions, and it's like it's a process, man. Auditioning is it's. Some actors hate it, and I know as one point in time where I really hated it, and then I started to become more confident, and I guess the small successes built up your confidence, and now then you don't really mind going to auditions anymore. It's just like, I'll go in and read. Now they're approaching auditions are kind of like, this is my take, instead of let me go try to give them what they want. Now your mind state changes to this is my take, you know. Before. You know, you give me any notes or anything like that, let me just give you my version, because this is my take, and now it's a conversation. And then you realize the power you have as an actor. Like, once you're in that room, that's your time. Audition can be so fast. When you go in there, you know, milk it. You know, take your time. Like, you know, this is my moment right now, so let's hash this out. So what do you feel about the character? Because I was thinking, you know, right here on this line, you know, that, you know, he's not really talking about, you know, the girl he wants. He's talking about that last drag of the cigarette he just had at the bar. Like, that's what I thought that meant. And then it's open dialogue. Then now the director, you know, whoever you're reading for, it's an open conversation. It's a collaborative experience. Now you're making something together.
Working with Sylvester Stallone, taking on this franchise, you know, to have the legacy of Rocky kind of like just, you know, on my shoulder a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And the essence of time. You know, I knew about this project about 2.5, 3 years ago, so I started training about 1.5 years out from actually.
Did you do it like secretly?
Started filming, huh?
Did you do it secretly? So when you were like started training?
So when I started training, I was already halfway there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was already halfway there. So about 1.5 years of like literally, you know, brown rice, grilled chicken, broccoli, 1.5 gallons of water a day, and working out 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week.